Place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Centerville High School football is on stream from Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV. Good evening and howdy again, everyone. Along with Hannah Road, Joe Van Gore from the Stanch Meat Athletic Complex in Centerville, where tonight in Great Plains Conference football action, it's the Gayville-Volin Raiders, 1-5 and 1-3 in the East Division of the Great Plains Conference, against the Centerville Tornadoes, who are 3-3 and 1-2 in the East Division of the Great Plains Conference. Welcome to our pregame show. We'll talk more about these two teams coming up in just a moment. But right now, let's focus on what happened in 9A football last week. Well, the last game for Centerville, they ran into a buzzsaw, the top team in Class 9 AA in South Dakota, Freeman Marion Freeman Academy, and the Phoenix defeated the Tornadoes 43-8. Other 9A games, Sioux Falls Lutheran defeated Gayville-Volin 36-14. Viborg Hurley over Chester area 58-6. Phillip edged Hill City 44-43. Ipswich over Hitchcock Tulare 53-14. Wall defeated Jones County 50-0. Warner over Redfield 55-14. Timberlake over Lemon McIntosh 46-28. Dupree over Harding County Bison 52-42. Castlewood over Waverly South Shore 60-8. Faulkton area over North Central 34-0. Howard over Hanson 12-7. Bonham defeated Woolsey Wessington 48-12. Parkston over Platte Geddes 28-0. Esteline Hendricks over Dubrook area 54-0. Harriet Selby area defeated Gettysburg 38-12. And Lyman over New Underwood 64-20. Now looking ahead to the schedule for tonight, we already have a final, and it was a forfeit. Elkton Lake Benton defeated Dubrook area in a forfeit 2-0. Other games scheduled tonight, Esteline Hendricks taking on Castlewood, Timberlake against Gettysburg, Harding County Bison against Faith, Leola Frederick area over Ipswich, Del Rapids St. Mary taking on Alcester Hudson in a great matchup. Of course, St. Mary's in 9B and Alcester Hudson number 3 in 9A. Lemon McIntosh taking on Dupree, Platte Geddes against Bonham, Warner against North Central. Canastota will take on Chester area. Garrettson against Howard. Lyman taking on Phillip. And Bennett County taking on Wall. Of course, we'll keep up to date on those scores coming up at halftime and in the postgame of tonight's matchup here between Centerville and Gayville-Volin. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll tell you about the Gayville-Volin Raiders, coached by Patrick Beeman. We had a chance to talk to before the game a little bit, but we'll be back after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Get your sprayer ready for winter with Grossenberg Implement's Service Department Winterization Special going on now. Through October 31st, bring in your John Deere self-propelled sprayer and get discounted labor and parts rates, only $650. And that includes genuine John Deere winterization fluid for protection down to minus 40 degrees. But hurry, this offer must be completed and by October 31st, 2025 to qualify. Stop by Grossenberg Implement and see your service or parts manager today for complete details.
All right, back in Centerville, let's tell you about the Gayville-Volin Raiders. Again, 1-5 on the season, 1-3 in the East Division of the Great Plains Conference. They're coached by Patrick Beeman, who's in his 14th year, a graduate of the University of South Dakota, assisted by James Hoffman, Justin Karstens, Keith Martinez, and Brandon O'Connell. In the polls, the Raiders are not ranked in the South Dakota Prep Media Football Poll, the South Dakota Power 5 poll, or the South Dakota Football Coaches Association poll. This season, Gayville-Volin lost to Platte Geddes on August 22nd, 52-12. On September 5th, lost to Viborg-Hurley 60-14. Lost to Freeman Academy 61-6 on September 12th. On September 19th, lost to Irene Wakanda 52-14. On September 26th, lost to Alcester Hudson 41-6. And then again last Friday, as we told you, lost to Sioux Falls Lutheran 35-14. Their bye week was on August 29th. Next week, the Raiders will host a Great Plains Conference crossover game. No team stats available on Gayville-Volin. They're averaging 17.3 points per game while giving up 44 points per game. Their leading rusher is Will Fairley, 33 carries, 270 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Their quarterback, Jeremiah Gustad, is 68 of 118 for 762 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Their leading receiver is Carter Barron, 27 carries, 228 yards, and 2 touchdowns. On defense, they are led by defensive back Wyatt Melhaf, who has 29 tackles on the season. Carson Engen at a linebacker has 27 tackles, and Caden Weary at a defensive end has 28 tackles. So that's the latest on Gayville-Volin. Another short break, and when we come back, we'll catch up with the Centerville Tornadoes and talk to their coach, Kyle Brown, here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
All right, back in Centerville, it is senior night here at Centerville High School. The seniors being honored: Alex Alverdov, Noah Schoenfelter, Alec Austin, Corbin Topol, Cullen Pollard, Hunter Swift, and Dylan Bransrud. Riley Hybertson is the lone cheerleader. That's a senior for Centerville. Centerville is coached by Kyle Brown, who's in his third year, a graduate of Dakota State University, and assisted by Peyton Heyer and Dave Reuter. In the polls, they're not ranked in the South Dakota Prep Media poll or the South Dakota Power 5 poll. They may be receiving votes in the South Dakota Football Coaches Association poll, but we haven't seen that poll this week. Centerville so far this season on August 22nd defeated Dubrook area 28-8. On August 29th, lost to Alcester Hudson here in Centerville 26-21. On September 5th, defeated Garrettson 35-21. Their bye was on September 12th. On September 19th, lost to St. Mary's from Del Rapids 30-21. On September 26th, defeated Irene Wakanda 55-0. And then again last week, lost to the number one team in 9AA, Freeman Marion Freeman Academy, 43-8. Coming up next Friday, they will host a Great Plains Conference crossover game. Centerville, as a team, is averaging 28 points per game while giving up 21.3 points per game. They're averaging 296 yards total offense, 72 rushing, 224 passing. On defense, the Tornadoes are giving up 267 yards a game. That's 153 rushing and 113 passing. Also, the Centerville defense has recovered 6 fumbles and intercepted 5 passes. They have 4 sacks on the season, 24 tackles for loss, and they also have 2 defensive touchdowns. On offense, Alec Austin in passing, 89 of 162, 1,278 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. He's also their leading rusher, 42 carries, 144 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That's about 3.4 yards per carry. Their leading receiver is Hogan Hybertson, 19 catches, 379 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is about 20 yards a catch. Their leading tackler on defense is Charlie Eide, 51 tackles. He has a tackle for loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and a defensive touchdown. When we come back, right now, we better hear from Coach Kyle Brown. Of course, we haven't seen the Tornadoes since the St. Mary's game, so let's get an update on Centerville from Coach Kyle Brown. Well, Coach Brown, winding down to the end of the season, last 2 games in the regular season at home. What do you feel about your team at this point, going, into the last couple of weeks of the regular season and into the playoffs?
You know, we've tested some pretty good teams. We lost Alcester early on. We lost to Dells kind of mid-season, and last weekend we ran into a Freeman team that they're pretty darn good, and their record shows, and they played a tough schedule. So last week it's got a sour taste in my mouth right now, to be honest, just because I feel like we could have competed a little bit better, and I expected more out of our kids, and I think they expected more out of themselves too. But I'm hoping that it transitions into this week, that we can get back on the right step.
And, of course, at this time of year, you hope to be playing your best football and stuff. How's the health of your team?
Right now our health is pretty good. Last week we were missing one of our seniors, Noah. He was dealing with a concussion, so slowly worked him back in this week. But he is full go now, got the all clear. So we're actually, for this part of the season, we're doing really well as far as health-wise, especially coming off of a brutal game like last week.
And, of course, with Gayville-Volin coming in tonight, just want to, take care of business and move on.
Yeah, but they're a well-coached team. They always give us a tough game the last 2 years. I think it's come down to fourth quarter, last 2 possessions of the game, and we squeak it out. So I'm really hoping that our guys can come out excited, come out ready to go. Tonight is senior night, so the seniors are going to be looking to leave it all on the field tonight. So hopefully we can take care of business.
All right, that's Coach Kyle Brown of the Centerville Tornadoes will take another 1-minute timeout and be back with the starting lineups, offense, defense for both Gayville-Volin and Centerville here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
All right, let's bring you tonight's starting lineups. First of all, for the Gayville-Volin Raiders, on offense, the quarterback, Jeremiah Gustad. The tight ends are Carson Engen and Caden Weary. The wide receivers are Carter Barron and Hunter Webben. And the running back is Wyatt Melhoff. On the line, the center is Nate Selchert, and the guards are Caleb Weeger and Preston Karstens. You may see Elliot Jorgensen on the offensive line, Will Fairley at a running back, and Isaac Kruger at a tight end. For Gayville-Volin on defense, Nate Selchert and Caden Weary are the defensive ends. The defensive linemen, or the inside defensive linemen, Preston Carsons and Caleb Weeger. The linebackers are Carson Engen and Jeremiah Gustad. The defensive backs are Hunter Webben, Wyatt Melhoff, and Carter Barron. Now for the Centerville Tornadoes. On offense, the quarterback is Alec Austin. The tight end is Charlie Eide. The wide receivers are Noah Schoenfelter, Cullen Powell, and Corbin Topol. And the running back is Logan Ruger. On the offensive line, the guards are Alex Alverdov and Dylan Bransrud. Hunter Swift is the center. On the offensive line, you may see Jackson Bertrand Stever and Jackson Westra. At running back, you may see Thomas Rotter and Gunnar Pingree. Also, at wide receiver, you'll see Hogan Hybertson, their leading receiver, and Bo Eide. For defense for the Tornadoes, the defensive ends are Alex Alverdov and Noah Schoenfelter. The nose is Jackson Westra. The linebackers are Alec Austin, Lane Reuter, and Charlie Eide. And the linebacker is Corbin Topol. The corners are Hogan Hybertson and Logan Reuter. Reserves on defense, at linebacker, you'll see Thomas Rotter and Gunnar Pingree. So those are the starting lineups for both teams. We'll be back with more on our pregame. It's Centerville and Gayville-Volin on a great night for football here in Centerville. After this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Honesty. We try to be honest about everything, and if there's a problem, we try to fix it. We've kept the family name going for 75 years. I think that's something to be very proud of. I'm Mike Weeman from Weeman Land and Auction out of Marion, South Dakota. And my middle name is Earl. I'm named after my grandfather. And being an auctioneer isn't all about how fast you are or how good your chant is. It's how the people appreciate your name and accept your name. He told me that once. So that's a one that I hold pretty close. He'd be proud, I think.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
All right, just about ready to go. Let's give you our officials. The referee is Brett Sanow. Mark Zelmi on the crew. He is the back judge. Peyton Schroeder is the head linesman. Eric Meyer is the line judge. And the umpire is Dennis Becker. As you see the captains meeting for Centerville, Noah Schoenfelter. Also, Alex Alverdov, Charlie Eide, and Alec Austin. Again, our white hat is Brett Sanow. And we'll get to see who gets the ball first. Centerville has won the toss and elected to defer. And they'll be moving right to left as you'll be seeing it on Centerville Tornadoes Live. Gayville-Volin will be moving left to right here in the first quarter as you're seeing it here on Centerville Tornadoes Live. So to kick off for Centerville will be Noah Schoenfelter, Carter Barron, and Hunter Webben will be the ones deep for Gayville-Volin. So the next to the last game of the regular season for both these teams, again, coming up next week, they'll be matched up with a Great Plains Conference team from the West Division in visiting with Coach Brown. He seems to think either Burke or Corsica Stickney. But we'll find out either late tonight or tomorrow. And Centerville will be hosting that game next Friday night at 7 o'clock. And, of course, we'll have it here for you on Centerville Tornadoes Live. And then the following Thursday will be the first round of the 2025 South Dakota State High School Football Playoffs in Class 9A.
Barron and Webben set to return for the Raiders.
So Barron and Webben both standing at about their own 10-yard line. Here's the advance by Schoenfelter, and we're underway. High kick. That's taken at the 9. To the far side at about the 20-yard line. Gunnar Pingree made the tackle on special teams. So they will mark it at the 20-yard line. As that returned by Hunter Webben that time of about 11 yards. So 1st and 10 for Gayville-Volin, as they'll have Hunter Webben wide to the near side. And the first play of the game is Carter Barron. Again, their leading receiver, but no gain on the play. 27 catches, 228 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Actually, the ball at the loss on the play back to the 15-yard line, so it'll be 2nd down and 15. Gustad on the carry. We'll get about to the 19-yard line. Alex Alverdov makes the stop, so the gain to the 19-yard line. It'll bring up about a 3rd down and, let's say, a long 11. Just underway, 10:50 left to go, first quarter, and no score. So wide receivers to either side. From the gun, Gustad to throw. Pass out to the right is caught by Carter Barron and tackled on the play.
Tackled by Schoenfelder and Charlie Eide. Brings up 4.
Charlie Eide and Schoenfelter. The gain to the 25-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 5. Hunter Webben is their punter. And Webben will go in punt formation. Hogan Hybertson back deep for Centerville. He's standing at about his own 45. Good high punt. And from the 37, Hogan Hybertson. Did he fumble it? Yes, he did. And it's recovered by Gayville-Volin. Wyatt Melhoff gets the recovery. So after a 3-and-out, Centerville will turn it over on a mishandled punt by Hogan Hybertson. Fumble on the punt. So Gayville-Volin will take over 1st and 10 right in front of us here at the Centerville 37-yard line. And here's a good run on 1st down that will carry for about 9 yards. Melhoff with the carry. He will get across the 35 down to the Centerville 31. So again, Gayville-Volin starting at the Centerville 37. And here's a fumbled snap. Gustad has to recover the ball back at the 35-yard line, so a loss of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 8. .8:37, clock running. Time remaining here in the first quarter. No score, but Gayville-Volin with a big chance here in 4-down territory after recovering a muff punt by Hogan Hybertson of Centerville. So wide receivers to either side. Gustad with about a 3-step drop, a little screen. That'll go to Melhoff, but Melhoff is met. Initial tackle made by Alec Austin, 27 tackles, 5 tackles for loss and a fumble recovery, makes the stop. After about a yard gain, it'll be 4th down and 7. But again, this is 4-down territory for Gayville-Volin. So 2 receivers to the far side for the Raiders on 4th down and 7 from the Centerville 34. Gustad to throw. Gustad looking to the left. He's got a man out there, and it is caught. Yes, it is. It's caught inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Or was it intercepted?
Pass complete to Webben. That's good for a Raider first down.
No, it is caught by Gayville-Volin for a 1st and goal at the Centerville 8-yard line. Hunter Webben came up with the pass. It was well defended, but 1st and goal for Gayville-Volin at the Centerville 8. Here's the handoff to Melhoff, and Melhoff doesn't get far. Maybe a couple yards to the, they'll call it 1, to the 7-yard line where it'll be 2nd and goal. So Gayville-Volin converts on 4th and 7 with a pass to the far side to Hunter Webben. And it's 2nd and goal now at the 7-yard line. And Gustad will run with it, breaks a tackle, but maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Alec Austin will make the stop, and it'll bring up 3rd down and goal. They're going to call no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and goal for Gayville-Volin from the Centerville 7. Already halfway through the first quarter, no score, but Gayville-Volin threatening on Centerville's 7-yard line. Again, a muff punt mishandled by Centerville. It's given Gayville-Volin a great opportunity to take the early lead. Here is Gustad to throw, looking toward the end zone, and it is caught. No, it's incomplete.
Pass incomplete, defended by Bo Eide. It's 4th and goal.
Bo Eide had it. It was intended for Carter Barron. So now 4th and goal for Gayville-Volin at the Centerville 7. Clock stops on the incompletion with 5:32 left to go in the first quarter. So a big play early for both teams as Barron and Webben will go far or wide to the far side. Here's Gustad to throw and knocked away. It would have been short of the goal. There were 2 Gayville-Volin receivers in the area and 2 Centerville defenders, but Gayville-Volin will turn it over on downs, and Centerville will survive an early turnover and take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line. So here's Alec Austin from the gun. And a flag on the play. This may be a false start, and it is. So the first play for scrimmage for Centerville, a false start against Centerville. We'll move it back 5 yards to the 2-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15. All right, so 1st and 15 at the 2. From the end zone, here's the pitch as it goes to Logan Reuter.
Logan Reuter on the carry.
And the carry across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Picks up a couple on the play, 2nd and 11.
So a gain of 4, 2nd and 11. Again, Centerville finally getting the football on offense. After Gayville-Volin went 3 and out, but recovered a muff punt by the Tornadoes and got to the Centerville 7 before they turned it over on downs. From the goal line, Austin will run with it, and he's got room, but he is wrapped up on the play across the 10 to the 12-yard line. Nate Selchert from his defensive end spot will make the stop. So it'll be 3rd down and 5 at the 13. 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. Logan Reuter standing beside Alec Austin. Austin on the option will carry. He's got the first down, and he's in the open. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's up the left sideline, and he will go. An 87-yard touchdown run by Alec Austin. That is his 5th rushing touchdown of the season with 3:42 left to go. Alec Austin on the option goes up the near sideline, 87 yards for the touchdown, and Centerville has the early 6-0 lead with 3:42 left to go in the first quarter. And here is Noah Schoenfelter to kick for the extra point. The holder is Alec Austin, and the snapper is Charlie Eide. Noah, 15 of 17 on PATs. The ball is down. The kick is up. It didn't look good, but it's good. And with 3:42 left to go in the first quarter, it's Centerville 7 and Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Drive by Centerville after stopping Gayville-Volin on downs at the Centerville 7. Here's the kickoff by Schoenfelter, and it's taken at the 20. This is Carter Barron. Barron with a good run back and a flag on the play.
Carter Barron
our second flag of the game.
Out of bounds by Riley Cole.
Riley Cole with the stop on special teams for Centerville. But let's check the flag. Right now, the ball is marked at the 30-yard line. .335 left to go first quarter, 7-0 in favor of Centerville on an 87-yard touchdown run by Alec Austin, his fourth rushing touchdown of the season. So a rather long discussion. And no signal yet. Maybe now we'll get it. Face mask against Centerville. So that'll give Gayville-Volin excellent field position at the 35-yard line. Or it must have been the 5-yard, the 5-yard variety, not the 15. So a 5-yard face mask penalty on Centerville, and Gayville-Volin will start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Hunter Webben is the receiver here to the near side. And Gustad will hand off to Melhoff, and he is met for a loss. Two Tornadoes got in right away.
Schoenfelder and Topol.
Corbin Topol and Noah Schoenfelter. Topol, 21 tackles, a sack, 4 tackles for loss, an interception, and 2 fumble recoveries for Topol from his linebacker spot so far, and Noah Schoenfelter from his defensive end spot. So a loss of 5. 2nd and 15 at the 30 with under 3 minutes to go first quarter. 7-0 Centerville. Gustad on the option to the far side. Here's the pitch, and Melhoff with a nice move will get some of that loss back.
Melhoff on the carry.
And it appears that Melhoff fumbled, but the officials say he was down. So that'll bring up a gain of 4 and 3rd and 11. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 11 for Gayville-Volin, the Raiders at their own 34. And Gustad to throw, being rushed. He will throw long, and he overthrows his receiver just beyond the 35-yard line. Hunter Webben was the intended receiver, and Hogan Hybertson, who has 10 tackles on the season from his cornerback spot, was defending. It'll bring up 4th down and 11. Hogan Hybertson, like we said, he fumbled his first punt receive, did have a return for 9 yards coming in. As a team, Centerville has 10 punt returns for only 12 yards. Here's the punt by Hunter Webben, and did Hogan go to a knee? Yes, he did.
Punt fielded by Hybertson.
He didn't meet the ball, so he had to reach down and get it, and then once he had it on a knee, and it's to the 37-yard line. So about a 29-yard punt and no return. So Gayville-Volin punts for the second time, and Centerville will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 37, leading 7-0 with 1:46 left to go, first quarter. Here's motion. Pass to the right is complete. But losing yardage are the Tornadoes, and it's a big loss.
Pollard on the carry.
As Cullen Pollard had a pass to the far side, instead of going toward the sideline to try to get some running room, he cut back in, and that's where he got the big loss. Gayville-Volin will tackle him back at the 32-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 15. Now coming up on a minute to go first quarter, 7-0 Tornadoes. Alec Austin from the gun. Austin looking over the middle, pumps once. Now will go to the left, and Pollard, the pass was high. He got a hand on it, but there to knock it away was Carter Barron for Gayville-Volin. It'll bring up 3rd down and 15 as the clock stops with 52 seconds left to go first quarter. 7-0 Centerville. Again, both these teams will wrap up the regular season next Friday with a Great Plains Conference crossover game. An opponent yet to be determined for the two teams either late tonight or tomorrow. Maybe a change of play. Austin, play action fake. Austin being chased will just throw it up for grabs, and it is tipped by Charlie Eide. Pollard had a chance at it, but it falls incomplete, and it's 4th and 15, and Centerville will have to punt it away for the first time. Alec Austin, the quarterback, is the punter. He's got 9 punts on the season. The snapper is Charlie Eide. Like a Hall of Fame football coach, Max Hawk told me, you got to give love to the snapper. He's the one that starts the special team stuff. Now Austin looked like he was on offense. Now will back up in punt formation. High punt that doesn't go far. And it will take a bounce to the 47-yard line. So a 21-yard punt. And that gives Gayville-Volin their best field position of the night to start a drive. Well, besides starting at the Centerville 37 after Centerville muffed a punt a couple of possessions ago. But Gayville-Volin will start at their own 47. Just 33 seconds left to go first quarter, and it's 7-0 Centerville. Here's the pitch to Carter Barron, and Barron maybe, just maybe, got back to the line of scrimmage. Hogan Hybertson from his cornerback spot makes the stop. It's 2nd and 10, and that should be the last play of the first quarter. So let's call the first quarter done as Gayville-Volin will go to their sideline and Centerville will go to theirs. After one quarter in Great Plains Conference action, Centerville 7 and Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
With Hannah Road, Joe Van Gore back at the Stan Schmidt Athletic Complex in Centerville. One quarter in the books in Great Plains Conference action. Centerville with a 7-0 lead over Gayville-Volin. The Raiders starting the second quarter will have a 2nd and 10. at their own, well, between the 47 and 48-yard line. Jeremiah Gustad with a pass to the right, and it's complete to Carter Barron, and Barron breaks a tackle or two but doesn't get far as he brings it to the middle of the field from the far side. Maybe a yard to the 48-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and 9. Again, Gayville-Volin got the ball first, went 3 and out, but Centerville and Hogan Hybertson muffed a punt. Gayville-Volin drove to the Centerville 7 with a 4th and goal but had an incomplete pass. Centerville took over, and then an 87-yard run by Alec Austin as the only score of the game. Gustad to throw. The left-hander looking for help here, throws, and it is caught. Yep, they say it's a catch by Hunter Webben. The tackle made by Hogan Hybertson, but it will be short of the 1st down as Gayville-Volin gets into Centerville territory at about the 48-yard line. So it's a gain of 8. It'll be 4th down and 2, and Gayville-Volin's going for it. Gayville-Volin with good size on their offensive line. Let's see if they try to run it. And Gustad will run with it, but he doesn't get the 1st down. He will be about a yard or a half yard shy.
Gustad on the carry, brought down by Corbin Topol.
Corbin Topol made the stop. They're going to take a look here. Yep, and on downs, Centerville will take over. So this is the 2nd time that the Raiders have been stopped on downs. Short of the line to gain this time, and Centerville will take over 1st and 10. At their own 43-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes. Alec Austin with Logan Reuter behind him, and now a flag on the play. False start, Centerville. Their 2nd false start penalty. So just underway in the 2nd quarter, 11:02 left in the half, and it's 7-0 Centerville. And for a 2nd time, Centerville will have a 1st and 15. Austin on a little delay will go to Reuter. Reuter breaking tackles, still on his feet, and he could go. He's got 2 men to beat. He's at the 40 and finally brought down out of bounds on the far sideline. A great piece of running by Logan Reuter, who is tackled inside the 30 at the Centerville 27-yard line. So a 36-yard run by Reuter. And Centerville into Gayville-Volin territory for the 1st time. 1st and 10 at the 27. 2 receivers for Centerville here on the near side. And Austin will keep. Austin maybe a yard or 2.
Austin on the keeper.
As
By Karsten. Short gain on the play.
Preston Karstens from his defensive tackle spot will make the stop. Had some help. So a gain of 2. Let's call it a long 1. How about 2nd and a long 9 or a long 8? The ball resting at the 26-yard line. Austin to throw. And tried to get it to Reuter, but Reuter had a defender, Carter Barron, coming right at him. And Reuter was looking at Barron before he looked the ball in. And the incompletion brings up a 3rd down and a long 8. As the clock stops, 10:02 left in the half, still 7-0 Centerville. Here's the pitch. And this time it's Thomas Rotter, but Rotter doesn't get far. He was brought down by Jorgensen. That's a loss on the play of about 2, so 4th and a long 10 back at the 27-yard line. Back to throw is Austin. Austin throws, and it's caught at the 15, and then a great move and a touchdown, Charlie Eide. A 28-yard touchdown pass. Great move by Charlie Eide when he got it at the 15, and Centerville is on the board with 9:12 left to go in the first half. Alec Austin with a, well, let's call it a 28-yard touchdown pass to Eide for Charlie Eide. That is his 2nd touchdown reception for Austin, his 13th touchdown pass. And, whoop, a muffled snap. Here's a pass for 2, and it's good to Corbin Topol. So Alec Austin mishandled the snap on the extra point, but does pass it to Corbin Topol for the 2-point conversion with 9:12 left to go first half. It's now Centerville 15, Gayville-Volin nothing on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
So Centerville on a 57-yard drive, Alec Austin with a 28-yard touchdown pass to Charlie Eide, who made a great move after catching it at the 15. And here's the kickoff by Schoenfelter. Carter Barron trying to get some traction on the far sideline. Will return it to the 20-yard line, where Gayville-Volin will have it 1st and 10.
Brought down by Carson Zeking, 1st down Raiders.
This is their 5th possession of the game, now trailing 15-0, 9:01 left to go in the half. Again, on the extra point, Alec Austin, who is the holder, didn't get a good snap from Charlie Eide, but Austin stood up, threw to Corbin Topol, who made a decent catch on the 2-point conversion, and it's 15-0. So here's Jeremiah Gustad and the Raiders, 1st and 10 at their own 20. Here's the handoff to Melhoff, and Melhoff with his best run of the night, almost 9 yards, to the 29-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Brought down by Bo Eide and Lane Reuter.
Lane Reuter, Bo Eide in on the stop, as it'll be 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Well, we forgot to give you the weather conditions at kickoff. Clear and 70 degrees. East-northeast winds at 6. I tell you what, that's not bad for the early part of November on the second to the last game of the regular season. Here's Gustad running for it. He has a first down. Their second first down, and here's a flag on the play. Back at the 40-yard line, Gustad will get to the 44-yard line, but let's check out the yellow stuff on the field.
Gustad on the keeper. He's brought down by Charlie Eide. There is a flag on the play.
Face mask, and it's the 5-yard variety, so that is the second 5-yard face mask penalty on the Tornadoes. That will move it to the 48-yard line. So from the 29 to the 49, so 15-yard run and then 5 on the incidental face mask penalty on the Tornadoes. Gustad will hand off to Melhoff, and Melhoff will get into Centerville territory, tackled at the 47-yard line after about a 4-yard gain.
Pick up a 5 on the play.
Reuter and Eide on the stop, gain of 5, 2nd and 5 coming up. $7:29 left to go in the half. 15-0 Centerville. So Gustad looking things over. He will run the football himself, and he's got the first down and more to the Centerville 45-yard line.
Quarterback keeper, that's good for a Raider first down.
Lane Reuter,
Brought down by Gunner.
31 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and an interception, credited with the stop. So 1st and 10 at the 40. Coming up on the midway point of the second quarter already. This has been a fast-moving first half. So 1st and 10, Gayville-Volin at the Centerville 40. Gustad with the handoff to Melhoff. Melhoff is going to be surrounded. He was slowed up initially by Noah Schoenfelter, and then 2 or 3 Centerville defenders came up to finish him off.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. Maybe a half-yard loss would say. So 2nd and a long 10. With the nose of the football right at the Centerville 40. And there is the midway point of the second quarter right there. 6 minutes to go in the half. 15-0 Centerville. Receivers to either side. Melhoff, as Gustad will keep. He'll get that half-yard loss back.
Gustad once again on the keeper.
And a couple of yards to the 38-yard line. Alex Alverdov with 12 tackles on the season, credited with the stop, so a gain of about 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6. Again, Gayville-Volin taking this from their 20. Got a 15-yard run from Melhoff, and then a 5-yard incidental face mask penalty to give them their second first down of the game. Here's motion. Gustad, pass to the left, and it's caught. And that should be a first down. Pass caught by Carter Barron. Again, the Raiders' leading receiver. 228 yards, a couple touchdowns.
For a Raider first down.
And 1st and 10 for Gayville-Volin. See, they'll mark it at the 30. 4:41 left to go first half. Barron to the far side. Webben here to the near side. From the gun, Gustad will hand it off to Melhoff, and Melhoff will run into Alec Austin. Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Raiders.
And the Raiders get back on it. And falling on it was 82, Caden Wary, the tight end. But a loss on the play of about 4 yards back to the 34, where it'll be second down and 14. Now, both teams have all 3 of their timeouts left. And we haven't had many penalties, less than 5. I know Centerville's had a couple of false start penalties and a couple of 5-yard face mask penalties. And now, well, we talk about timeouts, and now we're going to have one. So Gayville-Volin with the first timeout of the first half. They'll have 2 left. Clock stops with 3:38 left to go in the half. It's Centerville 15, Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back after this short break on Live Ticket TV, Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Farming is more than a livelihood. It's a legacy. Simplot was founded by a hardworking farmer like you over 90 years ago, and we've been growing America's farms for generations. With local crop advisors grounded in your success, Simplot Grower Solutions is in your fields and by your side. We dig in deep to pinpoint what you need, where you need it, when you need it, even when the forecast is unpredictable.
.338 left to go first half. Gayville-Volin with a 2nd and 14 at the Centerville 34 as we come back to action. It's senior night here at Centerville. They're next to the last home game of the regular season. They'll host next week against an opponent to be determined. And here is a pitch to Webben, who will throw long, and it's just off the shoulder pads of Carter Barron. So a flea flicker.
By Bo Eide, 3rd and 15.
Bo Eide had the coverage on Barron as Gustad got it to Melhoff, who gave it to Hunter Webben, who threw long as Barron had some company back there, but Bo Eide was the closest to Barron. But as we mentioned, the pass goes off his shoulder pads, and it'll be 3rd and 14. Clock stops with 3:31 left to go in the half on the incompletion. So this is 4-down territory for Gayville-Volin in Centerville territory at the Tornado 34. Gustad to throw, the left-hander. It was tipped in the air, but it's caught by Hunter Webben. Webben will get across the 30 down to about the 28-yard line.
Brought down by Charlie Eide. It's 4th down.
Charlie Eide will make the stop after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. It'll be 4th and 9. Now 3:05 left in the half. And Gayville-Volin trying to convert on a 4th down. They were at the Centerville 7 with a 4th and goal, but a pass broken up near the goal line gave Centerville the ball and their first lead of the game on an 87-yard run by Alec Austin. Now a timeout. Timeout, Gayville-Volin, their 2nd of the half with 2:35 left to go in the half. 15-0 Centerville. Let's take another short break here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
2:35 left in the half. Gayville-Volin uses the second of their 3 first-half timeouts. Centerville with a 15-0 lead. A touchdown run by Alec Austin, and an Alec Austin touchdown pass to Charlie Eide. And a 2-point conversion and an extra point. So Gayville-Volin looking to get on the board before the half. Centerville will have the ball to start the third quarter. Gustad to throw on a 2-step drop, looking long over the middle, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Centerville, and this is Bo Eide.
Intercepted by Bo Eide.
Bo Eide with the interception. So for Gustad, that is his 9th interception of the season and the first turnover in the game for Gayville-Volin. And the ball returned to the 33-yard line. Gayville-Volin had a great drive going, starting at their own 20. But Jeremiah Gustad throws an INT, and now Centerville will take over 1st and 10. Nope, it's back at the 28-yard line. Excuse me. Here on a great run.
Clayton Brown on the carry.
Clayton Brown into the backfield that time. And he will carry it all the way to the 45-yard line. So a 17-yard run and a first down. Centerville has all 3 of their timeouts left. The clock stops as Brown got out of bounds on the far sideline. So 1st and 10 Tornadoes at their own 45. Here's the pitch to Reuter. Logan trying to find some traction will
Logan Reuter on
run
the carry.
a little ways, but no gain on the play.
No gain on the play.
Caden Weary with 28 tackles on the season coming in for Gayville-Volin makes the stop. It'll be 2nd and 10, now with under 2 minutes to go in the half. Back to throw is Austin, being chased, gets out of trouble, but throws it short to Charlie Eide at the Gayville-Volin 49. It'll be 3rd and 10. Clock stops with 1:40 left in the half. 15-0 Centerville. So Cullen Poward and Noah Schoenfelter here to the near side on 3rd and 10 from the Centerville 45. Austin looking to the near side. Catch made by Topol, but Topol won't get far. Stopped on the play by Carson Ingen and Hunter Webben. It'll be 4th down and about 7.
4th and 7.
Centerville will not take a timeout. Well, let's call it 4th and 8 at the 47. Now coming up on a minute to go in the half. Eide back to throw. Eide being rushed. Now will get out of trouble. Throw to the right, and it's caught. And going in for a touchdown, Corbin Topol. Corbin Topol was ahead of his defender, Melhoff, by about 5 yards, and a touchdown with 46 seconds left to go in the half. A 53-yard touchdown pass with 46 seconds left to go in the half, as Alec Austin has his second touchdown pass. So that is a 53-yard touchdown pass to Corbin Topol. Now the extra point coming up by Noah Schoenfelter. It's 21-0. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 46 seconds left to go before halftime. It's now Centerville 22, Gayville-Volin nothing on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
.46 seconds left to go. Centerville with their third touchdown, 53-yard drive, as Alec Austin, a 53-yard touchdown pass to Corbin Topel, and the Noah Schoenfelter kick makes it 22-0. And now Schoenfelter will kick it off back deep. Carter Barron, Hunter Webben, both standing at about the 10. And here's Barron at the 10. He will hand it off. No, I'm sorry, that was Webben handing off to Barron. And Barron with the return will get knocked out of bounds here on the near sideline. And it looked like Brown. Yep, Clayton Brown made the stop on special teams, and Gayville-Volin will have it 1st and 10 at their own 29 with just 37 seconds left to go in the half. So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. And now a timeout.
Timeout Raiders.
Timeout Gayville-Volin. Their last timeout of the first half. So with 37 seconds left to go in the half, it's Centerville 22, Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out.
So Gayville-Volin now out of timeouts. Centerville has all three of theirs. So 1st and 10, Gayville-Volin. They will send Carter Barron and Hunter Webben wide to the far side. Gustad to throw. Gustad looking to the left, and it's intercepted. It's intercepted by Hogan Hybertson. Hogan Hybertson with his first interception of the season, and a flag after the play.
Selchert made the stop for the Raiders.
Nate Selchert, personal foul
against
Centerville. But another interception thrown by Jeremiah Gustad. That gives him 10 on the season. And the second turnover for the Raiders. Centerville will have it 1st and 10 at the 39. So as we mentioned, Centerville with all three of their timeouts left in this half. Alec Austin with a little dump pass to Reuter from the far side, trying to get some room. And he will get to the 35-yard line, and now Centerville will take their first timeout. Caden Weary with the stop on defense for Gayville-Volin. So timeout Centerville, 22 seconds left in the half. It'll be second down and about 6 when we come back. It's Centerville 22, Gayville-Volin nothing on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
.22 seconds left in the half. Centerville now with 2 timeouts. It'll be second down and about 6 for Centerville after a INT by Hogan Hybertson. Their second INT. Bo Eide got the first. Alec Austin back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. Throws, and wide open is Topol. He will walk into the end zone for another Centerville touchdown, this time a 35-yard touchdown.
45-yard touchdown.
So a 35-yard touchdown pass from Alec Austin. And it's now 28-0. So this is the second time this quarter that Gayville-Volin has turned it over, and Centerville has turned it into points with 13 seconds left in the half. Alec Austin with his third touchdown pass of the quarter. And now Centerville will go for 2, and they get in.
2-point conversion run by Hunter Swift is good.
Hunter Swift will get the 2-point conversion.
Second touchdown receiving on the day by Topol makes the score Tornadoes 30.
So 35-yard pass to Topol. So Centerville now leads 30-0 with just 13 seconds left in the half on a 39-yard drive. It was 7-0 Centerville after a quarter. An 87-yard touchdown run by Alec Austin after Gayville-Volin was stopped at the Centerville 7 on 4th down on a broken up pass. And now Alec Austin with 3 touchdown passes to give him 15 on the season. 2 catches by Topol to give him 7. Coming in, he had 28 catches, 370 yards, about 13 yards a catch. And now with 2 touchdowns in this quarter, he has 7 touchdown receptions. The other one to Charlie Eide, who now has 2 on the season. Here's the kickoff. And taken by Hunter Webben. Webben will be stopped back at the 16-yard line.
Carson Seeking.
And Carson Seeking with the stop on special teams for Centerville. I would imagine Centerville, or Gayville-Volin rather, would just like to get to the locker room. And that'll be the end of the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 first half possessions by Centerville, and they will take a knee, and that is the end of the first half. At halftime, it's Centerville 30 and Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back with halftime. We'll check the scoring summary
chance to win a prize.
And
Come on onto the field.
we'll check the scores in Class 9A. And we'll see what else we can give you at halftime. But the score at halftime, Centerville 30 and Gayville-Volin nothing. In Great Plains Conference action, we'll be back after this 2-minute timeout here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Get your sprayer ready for winter with Grossenberg Implement's Service Department Winterization Special going on now. Through October 31st, bring in your John Deere self-propelled sprayer and get discounted labor and parts rates, only $650. And that includes genuine John Deere winterization fluid for protection down to minus 40 degrees. But hurry, this offer must be completed and by October 31st, 2025 to qualify. Stop by Grossenberg Implement and see your service or parts manager today for complete details.
CoreCares helps individuals stay at home by offering caregiving, nursing, and medical alert systems in over 55 communities in South Dakota. Specializing in tasks like bathing, meal prep, and medication setups, our well-trained staff delivers exceptional care. We invest in our team through customized training and comprehensive benefits. To learn more about job opportunities or services, visit our website at corecares.com. CoreCares, proudly serving our community.
At Knutson Masonry, they take pride in their work. They work hard to produce quality masonry as they continue to build their business brick by brick. They are honored to have been a part of numerous projects of all sizes. They do a wide variety of projects, both residential and commercial, across the tri-state region. They have done large projects such as schools and a range of residential, from house exteriors to mailboxes and fireplaces. Knutson Masonry is proud to have served so many satisfied customers and are proud supporters of the Tornadoes.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
Back at the Stan Schmeat Athletic Complex in Centerville, along with Hannah Road, Joe Van Gore, Centerville Tornadoes football on Live Ticket TV, Centerville Tornadoes Live, and on senior night, the Tornadoes with a 30-0 lead over Gayville-Volin at the half. Here's the first half scoring summary. Well, Centerville, after stopping Gayville-Volin on downs at the Centerville 7, go on a 93-yard drive, the last 87 covered by Alec Austin on an 87-yard run. Noah Schoenfelter with the kick after. And after one quarter, Centerville 7, Gayville-Volin nothing. And then 3 touchdown passes in the second quarter by Centerville. First with 9:12 left in the half. Alec Austin, 28-yard touchdown pass to Charlie Eide, and the snap on the hold on the extra point was muffed by Alec Austin, but he stood up and got it to Corbin Topel for the 2-point conversion, a 57-yard drive. Centerville 15, Gayville-Volin nothing. And then the last couple of scores by Centerville came off of Gayville-Volin turnovers. 46 seconds left in the half. Alec Austin, a 53-yard pass to Corbin Topel. The Schoenfelter kick made it Centerville 22, Gayville-Volin nothing on a 53-yard drive. And then after another Gayville-Volin turnover, 13 seconds left in the half, Alec Austin with a 35-yard touchdown pass to Topel, and it was Hunter Swift. Hunter Swift, who's been injured a couple times this season, the center on offense, gets a carry for 2. And on a 39-yard drive at the half, it's Centerville 30 and Gayville-Volin nothing. Gayville-Volin had 7 first-half possessions. Centerville with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they have scored 4 touchdowns out of those 5 possessions. The only time that they punted is when they started at their own 37 and had to punt on a 4th and 15. So at the half, it's Centerville 30, Gayville-Volin nothing. We'll be back with the Class 9A scoreboard after we take this 2-minute timeout here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When it comes to advertising, reaching the right market while giving back to the school is just plain right. If you're looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your home team or reach the region. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Heath Nimke today, and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
All right, at the half in Great Plains Conference action, it's Centerville 30, Gayville-Volin nothing. Let's bring you up to date on the South Dakota Class 9A scores here at the half from SD Score Feed that you see at the bottom of our screen here on Live Ticket TV. Castlewood leads Esteline Hendricks 18-0 at halftime. Timberlake over Gettysburg 16-6 at the start of the second quarter. Ipswich leads Leola Frederick area 16-6 at half. Garrettson leads Howard 14-12 at halftime. Bonham surprising Platte Geddes 14-0. 11 minutes left to go third quarter. Dupree leading Lemon McIntosh 23-6, minute to go in the half. Elkton Lake Benton defeated Dubrook area by forfeit 2-0. Warner leads North Central 21-6, 1 minute to go in the first half. St. Mary's of Del Rapids, the number 3 team in 9B, leads the number 3 team in 9A, Alcester Hudson, 14-8 at the half. Phillip leads Lyman 34-28 at halftime. No scores on Canastota Chester area. Harding County Bison and Faith, and Bennett County, and the number 1 team in 9A, Wall. Let's kind of go around the area here and see what's happening. In 11AA, Yankton leads Brookings 14-0. In Class 11A, at the Dakota Dome in Vermilion, Tri-Valley leads Vermilion 18-0 at the half. West Central leads Dakota Valley 21-14, 6 minutes to go before halftime. Lennox leading Madison 21-13, 2 minutes to go first quarter. Del Rapids over Canton 14-7. And Sioux Falls Christian leading Bridgewater Emory Ethan 49-0, a minute to go before halftime. In 11B from the area, Sioux Valley leading Beersford 38-0, 5 minutes to go before halftime. Elk Point Jefferson leads Flandreau 36-0, 2 minutes to go first half. In 9AA, Avon leading Scotland Meadow 48-6, 3 minutes to go before halftime. Viborg Hurley leads Hanson 28-6, under a minute to go first half. And let's see, Freeman Academy leading Irene Wakanda 48-0. 3 minutes to go before halftime. And in Class 9B from the area, Tripp, Delmont Armor, Andy Central, Dakota Christian leads Cologne 62-0. 2 minutes to go in the first half. And that should take care of it for the area scores in the other classes here in South Dakota. Again, it's 30-0 Centerville over Gayville-Volin at the half. We'll be back with third quarter action after you see and hear this on Centerville Tornadoes Live on Live Ticket TV.
Honesty. We try to be honest about everything, and if there's a problem, we try to fix it. We've kept the family name going for 75 years. I think that's something to be very proud of. I'm Mike Weeman from Weeman Land and Auction out of Marion, South Dakota. And my middle name is Earl. I'm named after my grandfather. And being an auctioneer isn't all about how fast you are or how good your chant is. It's how the people appreciate your name and accept your name. He told me that once. So that's one that I hold pretty close. He'd be proud, I think.
For healthier crops and stronger yields, count on Nutrien Ag Solutions. By partnering with the leader in plant nutrition, you'll have access to innovative products and unmatched service that deliver impact and efficiency to every acre. Healthier crops, happier growers. Lead the field this season and beyond. Find your local crop consultant at nutrienagsolutions.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Each day brings the opportunity to make a difference, to follow through with integrity, to solve challenges through innovative thinking, and to bring the technical know-how needed to get the job done. At Wilbur Ellis, this is how we work, standing side by side as local experts who partner with the stewards of the land. We do it together. That's the power of we.
In the market for a new irrigator? Automatic Irrigation in Centerville has you covered. Offering Zimatic irrigators to help you get water to the fields. They tackle all brands when it comes to repairs. Also repairing and selling soak-up grain bins to complete the automatic irrigation game for a touchdown. Go Tornadoes!
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
All right, just about ready to start the third quarter here at the Stan Schmidt Athletic Complex in Centerville, along with Hannah Road, Joe Van Gore on Centerville Tornadoes Live, Live Ticket TV. Great to have you along on a beautiful, beautiful Friday night for football. At kickoff, it was 70 degrees. Now it has dropped to, about 59. Yeah. So, like we said, great weather so far for the regular season. But, of course, I think the days of 80s and some 90s here in southeast South Dakota are probably gone, but it's supposed to be above normal this weekend, I believe. Chance of rain. We haven't had rain around here for what, maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks now after a kind of a wet summer. And, well, of course, as the weather gets colder, that must mean it's about playoff time. Like we said, this game and one more for Class 11B and the 9-man schools, the 11 AAA, 11A, and 11A have 2 more games in the regular season after tonight. Well, as we mentioned, Centerville will get the football to begin the third quarter. Thomas Rotter and Clayton Brown going back deep for the Tornadoes. Kicking off for Gayville-Volin will be Caden Weary. Again, Alec Austin has a 87-yard touchdown run and 3 touchdown passes, 28 yards to Charlie Eide, 53 yards to Corbin Topel, and just before the end of the half, a 35-yard pass to Corbin Topel, and that's how they've gotten their 30-0 lead. Short kickoff, and it's taken by Bo Eide. And Bo Eide is wrapped up just shy of the 40-yard line. It will be marked at the 38-yard line. Carson Engen makes the stop for Gayville-Volin. So the Tornadoes will go to work here with a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line, leading 30-0. Again, both these teams will be playing another Great Plains Conference team from the West Division in a crossover game next week. Probably late tonight, early tomorrow. Both these teams will find out who they'll have to wrap up the regular season. Here is Alec Austin on the carry. He is stood up after about a 4-yard gain to the 42-yard line, where it'll be 2nd down and about 6, maybe a long 6. Again, Centerville coming in, averaging 28 points per game. Well, they have 30 going into the third quarter. They've been giving up 21 points per game. But, of course, that is to teams from Alcester Hudson, St. Mary's, and Freeman Marion, Freeman Academy, who is just a juggernaut in 9AA. Here's a pitch, and up the left sideline, Logan Reuter. He's in the open, and he's loose. He could go. And finally, he's still on his feet, and he's gone into the end zone. Touchdown, a 57-yard touchdown run by Logan Reuter to start off the first drive. So Logan Reuter with his 4th touchdown run of the season with 10:53 left to go in the third quarter. It's 36-0. And now that will probably bring into play the running clock with the 35-point rule. And here's a pass to Topel for the 2-point conversion.
Alec Verdov receives the 2-point conversion.
No, it's Alex Alverdov with the pass.
Run by Logan Reuter. Tornadoes 38, Raiders
So
0.
now it's 38-0 in favor of Centerville. So Coach Brown getting his offensive line that have counted for 4 of the 38 points. You'll remember Hunter Swift had a 2-point conversion run late in the first half. We'll be back with the Centerville kickoff after this 30-second break on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
All right, well, Logan Reuter, the 5'7", 140-pound freshman with a dandy run after he got up the near sideline, went to the middle and broke some tackles and goes all the way for a 57-yard run. Here's Noah Schoenfelter with the kick. Carter Barron, Hunter Webben back deep. This is Carter Barron to the far side, and he will be brought down. And
Clayton Brown on the stop.
folks, we should have a running clock. The clock stopped with 10:43 left to go in the third quarter, but it's a 38-point lead. Yep, we will have a running clock. The only time a running clock with the 35-point rule is stopped, end of the quarter, injury, or a score. And here's a run up the middle. Maybe a loss on the play. That was Wyatt Melhoff, 48 carries, 211 yards, 3 touchdowns coming in, but he will lose a yard as the line of scrimmage was at the 27-yard line. So we're in running time, 38-0, Centerville. Here's Gustad on the run. He is tripped up. He will get back to the line of scrimmage, which is the 27-yard line, and that'll bring up third down and 10. Jackson Westra from his nose position on defense, 22 tackles, a sack, and 3 tackles for loss, credited with the stop. The flag on the southwest edge of the field here at the Stan Schmidt Athletic Conference, just still. Like we said, an outstanding night for football. Back to throw, Gustad. Little dump pass, incomplete. Gustad.
Pass incomplete. Pressure put on by Schoenfelder. 4th down.
Yep. Noah Schoenfelter from his defensive end spot will apply the pressure, and it's 4th down, and Gayville-Volin will punt it away. Back deep, Hogan Hybertson. Hogan muffed the first punt by Gayville-Volin. That's really the only thing that Centerville has done wrong tonight. They've had some penalties, but they lead 38-0. Good punt by Hunter Webben. Here is Hybertson getting into Gayville-Volin territory and then gang tackled.
On the return, picks up about 10 yards.
A 10-yard punt return. And the ball marked at the Gayville-Volin 47-yard line. So with a 38-0 lead and a running clock, we may have to go to the program here get some names. Alec Austin at quarterback. We see Clayton Brown in the lineup. Logan Reuter. And here is the carry by Brown. Brown trying to get it to the outside, and he will go up the near sideline. Touchdown. Touchdown, Centerville. With a 7 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And that's a 47-yard run by Brown. Clayton Brown with a 47-yard run to make it 44-0 with 7 minutes to go. And now the extra point by Noah Schoenfelter, the holder, Alec Austin, and the snapper, Charlie Eide. The snap, the place, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. 45-0 Centerville, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. We'll be back after this short break on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Central Farmers Cooperative, Fremar LLC, is an agriculture-based company that provides products, services, and market access in the areas of agronomy, feed, grain, and petroleum. Whether it is their agronomy team helping with production, the grain team assisting in developing a marketing plan, or many other services the Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar offer, they look forward to servicing and personalizing their patrons' farming operations. With locations across southeast South Dakota, for your farming purposes, make it Central Farmers Co-op and Fremar.
Welcome.
So a 47-yard drive after a Gayville-Volin punt. Centerville scores with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter on a Clayton Brown 47-yard run. Noah Schoenfelter with a kick after, and it's 45-0 Centerville with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. So wouldn't be surprised if we see some second teamers in for Centerville on defense now and then offense later here the rest of this quarter. Here's a short kickoff and fallen on by Nate Selchert, and a flag comes in. So just 3 seconds off the clock and running time. Personal foul against Centerville.
Flag on the play is a personal foul against Centerville.
Centerville has had a couple of 5-yard face mask penalties and a couple of 15-yard penalties. So I'm sure that's something Coach Brown would like to get cleaned up. And the ball will be marked at midfield.
First and 10.
Gayville-Volin with their 9th possession of the game. So here's the handoff to Wyatt Melhoff, and Melhoff is dumped for a loss. About 3 or 4 tornadoes bring him down. I think Charlie Eide might have been the leader there. Loss on the play, back to the 44-yard line where it'll be second down and 16. We're almost halfway through the third quarter. In about 10 seconds, 2 quick touchdowns by Centerville, a Logan Reuter 57-yard touchdown run, and a Clayton Brown 47-yard run, and Centerville leading 45-0. Gustad to throw. No, this is a new quarterback. I'm sorry. New quarterback for Gayville-Volin is Nate Larson, a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. And it'll bring up third down.
Nate Larson now quarterback for the Raiders. Pass incomplete, intended for Webben.
Webben with a tried for a catch, couldn't catch up with it. Now third down and about 16 or 17 with 5:25 left in the third. Back to throw is Larson, and an incomplete pass at the Centerville 49.
Pass incomplete, intended for Barron.
Pass intended for Barron.
By Bo Eide, fourth down.
And it brings up fourth down, and Let's see what Gayville-Volin wants to do. Well, they will go for it on 4th down and 17. Back to throw Larson, looking long, and he will overthrow Hunter Webben at about the 35-yard line. Webben had plenty of company with 3 defenders back deep. And now a flag on the play. No, timeout. Okay.
Timeout, Tornado.
Football looked like a yellow flag, so timeout, Centerville. 4:06 left to go in the third. It's 45-0 Centerville. Short timeout here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
All right, 45-0 Centerville with 4:06 left to go. As Centerville will take over 1st and 10 at the Gayville-Volin 44-yard line. Alec Austin still in at quarterback. And here's the handoff to Pingree. Gunnar Pingree, 12 carries, 11 yards, no touchdowns.
Picks up 4 yards.
We'll get about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Now under 4 minutes to go in the third. I would imagine if the Tornadoes don't score here, that they'll keep most of the starters in till the end of the third quarter and then let the second team play. Here's the handoff. Logan Reuter, or is that Lane Reuter?
Lane Reuter on the carry.
Lane Reuter on the carry.
First down.
And he will have a first down.
And get on the stop for the Raiders.
Logan Reuter is the freshman.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
He's number 8. Lane Reuter is number 20. He's also a freshman. So some of the second teamers, of course, Logan does start on defense at linebacker. Ball marked at the 30-yard line. A 1st and 10 for Centerville. And hit and thrown back was Thomas Rudder, 15 carries, 43 yards, and a touchdown. And a loss on the play, back to the 35, where it'll be 2nd and 15. Here's the pitch. And running hard is Riley Cole, a 5'10", 145-pound junior.
Run out of bounds by Carson Engen.
Carson Engen made the stop for the Raiders. Maybe a 2-yard gain. Or is there a flag? There is a flag. And it appears to be on Centerville. And probably a hold.
Against the Tornadoes.
Yeah, the flag is at the 33-yard line. Well, we didn't see what the flag was about. Yeah, third down and about to the entrance to Stan Schmidt Athletic Complex here in Centerville. 3rd and 28, now with a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter. Austin, and a pass incomplete. Hunter Swift was in the vicinity.
Pass incomplete, intended for
And another flag.
Flag on the play.
And the Tornadoes backing up even further. So 3rd and 28. So, well, whatever the penalty is, it is declined. Yep, illegal touching. That's when the ball hit Hunter Swift first instead of the intended receiver. So it'll be 4th down and 25. And the clock is supposed to run. So 4th down and 25. And in punt formation, Alec Austin. Kind of a low snap. High but short punt. And whoever got it for Gayville-Volin, I think that was Carter Barron. He was immediately dumped, and dumped hard.
Punt caught by Carter Barron, brought down immediately by Noah Schoenfelder.
Noah Schoenfelder was right in Barron's face when he caught the punt. And now, just 27 seconds left to go in the third. 45-0 Centerville. So Gayville-Volin doesn't have to run a play, so let's call the third quarter done. It's Centerville with 45, Gayville-Volin nothing after 3 quarters in Great Plains Conference action. We'll be back with the fourth quarter after this on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
Farming is more than a livelihood. It's a legacy. Simplot was founded by a hardworking farmer like you over 90 years ago, and we've been growing America's farms for generations. With local crop advisors grounded in your success, Simplot Grower Solutions is in your fields and by your side. We dig in deep to pinpoint what you need, where you need it, when you need it, even when the forecast is unpredictable.
College is where ideas come to life, where you'll find your pack. And at Northern State University, you'll lead the pack. It's part of the Northern experience, right here in Aberdeen, South Dakota. This is where the next generation of leaders thrive. Through world-class facilities, hands-on experiences, and generous scholarship opportunities to impact every part of who you're meant to be. Don't just earn a degree, shape your future and experience Northern.
45-0 Centerville over Gayville-Volin after 3 quarters. The Tornadoes led 7-0 after 1 quarter, 30-0 at the half. 2 quick scores to start the third quarter by Centerville, and we are in running time here going into the fourth quarter. Gayville-Volin will have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 15, their 10th possession of the game. And here's an interception. And
pass intercepted
this
by
time,
Logan
Reuter.
Tornado.
So that's 3 interceptions that Gayville-Volin has thrown tonight. Again, the backup quarterback for Gayville-Volin, Nate Larson. And let's see if we see some second teamers on offense. As the ball was at the 15-yard line for Gayville-Volin. Now Centerville will take over. 1st and 10 at the Gayville-Volin. 32-yard line. Here's an option. And Lane Reuter with the carry. As he will get decent yardage.
Carry brought down by Melhoff.
Wyatt Melhoff with the stop for Gayville-Volin. Give him a gain of about, let's say 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. 10:35 to go in running time. Centerville is leading 45-0, so they'll go to 4 and 3 on the season. Gayville-Volin will fall to 1 and 6, but both teams have a crossover game in the Great Plains Conference coming up next Friday. Gayville-Volin will host their game, and Centerville will host theirs. Probably either Burke or Corsica Stickney. We'll find out sometime this weekend. Here's the handoff, I believe Brown. And Brown will get a first down. Nope, Thomas Rodder with the carry.
Preston Carson's on the stop. That's good for a tornado.
Karstens with the stop for Gayville-Volin, but a first down. And the ball marked at the 17, so an 8-yard carry by Rodder. Alec Austin with a little pass to Gunnar Pingree. Pingree couldn't handle it. And it will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Pass intended for Pingree, incomplete.
From the 17. 9 minutes to go in running time. But we'll be back here at the Stan Schmidt Athletic Complex. Centerville against either probably Burke or probably Corsica Stickney. That's what Superintendent and AD Doug Edberg has told me, and Coach Brown kind of figured that too. Here's Austin, pass to the right, and it's caught. And near a first down on that far sideline is Noah Schoenfelter. Noah coming in, 12 catches, 236 yards, almost 20 yards a catch, and 2 touchdowns. And the 9-yard gain will bring up 3rd and 1 at the 9. Three interceptions thrown by Gayville-Volin tonight. 2 by Jeremiah Gustad, 1 by Nate Larson. Here's the option. Austin will get inside the 5, driving toward the goal line, and he is in.
Austin on the keeper.
Nope, he is not. He will get to the 1, where it'll be 1st and goal.
Brought down by Kruger.
Kruger on the stop for Gayville-Volin. Now 7:25 left to go in running time. 1st and goal for Centerville as they make some changes. So it looks like they're running the tush push, doesn't it? And into the end zone, touchdown.
Dylan Brandsrud on the
Dylan Brandsrud. So Alex Alverdov and Hunter Swift have 2-point conversions, but Dylan Brandsrud, and that will end the game.
1 yard
That'll end the game with 6:40 left to go.
51, Raiders 0.
And to the 50-point rule, that will end the game.
Thank you for attending tonight's game. We will see
So,
you next Friday night.
Dylan Brandsrud with a 1-yard run No extra point because that ends the game. So the final score will read Centerville 51, Gayville-Volin nothing. The game stopped with 6:40 left to go due to the 50-point rule. So with the win, Centerville now 4-3, 2-2 in the Great Plains Conference, and Gayville-Volin will fall to 1-6, 1-4 in the Great Plains Conference. Both these teams will host a Great Plains Conference crossover game coming up next Friday. We'll be back to give you the scoring summary, and then we'll take a look at 9A scores. Obviously, with this game ending early, probably the games in 9A aren't done yet, but we'll find out. We'll be back after this 2-minute break here on Centerville Tornadoes Live.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Mr. G's Tires in Centerville wants you to know that your bald tires aren't going to get you to the Tornadoes game tonight. Checking your tires is a must if you want to get to the game. Mr. G's Tires in Centerville makes choosing your brand of tires as easy as 1, 2, 3, getting you on the road safe and in no time at all. With competitive prices and dependable service, you're sure to score with Mr. G's Tires in Centerville.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Back at Stan Schmidt Athletic Complex in Centerville, along with Hannah Rowe at the controls, Joe Van Gore, and in Great Plains Conference action tonight, it's the Centerville Tornadoes 51 and the Gayville-Volin Raiders nothing in the game that was stopped with about 6:40 left to go due to the 50-point rule. Again, with the win, Centerville is 4-3, 2-2 in the Great Plains Conference. Gayville-Volin will fall to 1-6 and 1-4 in the Great Plains Conference. Well, Centerville led 7-0 after one quarter. 3:42 left to go first quarter. Centerville will score on an Alec Austin 87-yard touchdown run. Noah Schoenfelter with a kick after on that 93-yard drive, and it was 7-0 Centerville over Gayville-Volin after a quarter. Gayville-Volin had their best chance to score right off the bat. They got the ball first, got it at their own 20, but went 3 and out. But Centerville and Hogan Hybertson muffed the punt, so Gayville-Volin took over at the Centerville 37, drove down to the Centerville 7, but on 4th and goal from the 7, Gayville-Volin couldn't convert, and Centerville took over on downs, and they were off and running from there. Passes. 9:12 left to go in the half. Austin, a 28-yard touchdown pass to Charlie Eide. And on the extra point, Alec Austin couldn't handle the snap, but he did stand up and got it to Corbin Topol for the two-point conversion on a 57-yard drive. Centerville led 15-0. 46 seconds left in the half. Austin with a 53-yard touchdown pass to Corbin Topol, and the Noah Schoenfelter kick made it 22-0 Centerville with a 53-yard drive. And then with just 13 seconds left in the half, Austin with a 35-yard touchdown pass to Corbin Topol. And it was one of the linemen for Centerville, Hunter Swift, with a two-point conversion on a 39-yard drive. And Centerville led 30-0 at the half. Two quick touchdowns by Centerville in the third quarter. 10:53 to go. Logan Reuter with a 57-yard run. And it was Austin with a pass to Alex Alverda for the two-point conversion on a 62-yard drive. Centerville led 38-0. Then with 7 minutes left in the third, Clayton Brown with a 47-yard run. The Schoenfelter kick on a 47-yard drive, and Centerville led 45-0 after 3. And then the touchdown that ended it early with 6:40 to go. Dylan Brandsrud, the third starting lineman for Centerville, with a 1-yard run. Of course, with scoring 51, no extra point. And the final score will read Centerville 51, Gayville-Volin with nothing. All right, we'll give you scores here in Class 9A, and then we'll say goodnight. Castlewood leads Esteline Hendricks 31-8, 11 minutes to go in that one. Timberlake leads Gettysburg 38-6, 4 minutes to go in the third. Ipswich leads Leola Frederick area 24-6, 7 minutes to go in that one. Harding County Bison leads Faith 46-6 at halftime. Howard leads Garrettson 34-27, 10 minutes to go in that one. Bonham, big surprise. Oh, this just went final. Bonham, receiving votes in their class, beat number 5 Platte Geddes 26-0. And Dupree leads Lemon McIntosh 42-12, start of the fourth quarter. Elkton Lake Benton defeated Dubrook area by forfeit 2-0. Warner leads North Central 27-6, 2 minutes to go third quarter. Del Rapids St. Mary, they're now known as St. Mary's from Del Rapids, but they're leading Alcester Hudson 26-14 at the end of the third quarter. St. Mary, the number 3 team in 9B, Alcester Hudson, the number 3 team in 9A. Canastota and Chester area tied at 14, late third quarter. Phillip leads Lyman 48-36, 9 minutes to go in that one. And number 1 in 9A, Wall, leads Bennett County 28-0, 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. All right, so those are the scores in 9A. Of course, check SD score feed for all the scores from all the 7 classes here. And again, next week, Centerville, we'll talk about Gayville-Volin first. Gayville-Volin will host a crossover game in the Great Plains Conference, as they will be matched up with a team with a similar record from the West Division, Gayville-Volin in the East Division. That'll be, I believe, at 6 or 7 o'clock in Gayville coming up next Friday night. Centerville. And in talking with Coach Brown and with Doug Edberg, the superintendent and AD, they seem to think it'll be either Burke or Corsica Stickney to play here in Centerville at the Stan Schmidt Athletic Conference at 7 o'clock next Friday night. Regardless, we'll have it here on Live Ticket TV. And big thanks to Hannah Rowe from helping us out here tonight at the controls. I'm Joe Van Gore. Once again, the final score is Centerville 51 and Gayville-Volin nothing. This has been a presentation of Centerville High School Tornadoes football on Centerville Tornadoes Live from Live Ticket TV. We bid you good night from the Stan Schmidt Sports Complex in Centerville, South Dakota.